Pirate's Life for Wii. That's right, coming exclusively to the Wii console.
The original one.
First Wii console. It's Sea of Thieves by Rare.
Coming to Xbox One also, and not the Wii, is Sea of Thieves.
We played it for about 20 minutes?
About 20 minutes, and I've gotten a chance to play Sea of Thieves a couple times now. This demo was this demo was more like fleshed out. We saw more than just sort of the co-op ship sailing stuff that they've showed off in the past, and I don't know, man. I think it's the funniest game maybe ever made, pound for pound.
Really funny.
It was the two of us playing together in a team of 4, and just like every few minutes, the things you can do in this game are so hysterical. So we had a ship that we were all sort of crewing together. We went down to a map and found an island and tried to set sail. Had some trouble with the anchor.
Yeah, it requires a lot of cooperation. So one player will be looking at the map down in the middle deck, and then upstairs somebody's trying to steer to get you the location, just as an example. Or in order to raise the anchor, 4 people need to be pushing, or else it takes a really long time. So it's yelling at people to come get on the anchor. So
you did a thing that showed up in our gameplay video that we posted a couple days ago, and I don't know if folks really appreciated it, but there's you have a map, and the map doesn't tell you like specifically where to go. There's no waypoints or wherever. You have to like look at it and figure out where things are, or you can press the left trigger and show it to other people. And Justin was so proud of his map that he just wouldn't stop showing it to everybody. And every time your huge character showed me his like macaroni art, it made me laugh so very, very hard.
It's a good thing to do rather than what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
Because a lot of times people would be pushing the anchor and a wheel up, and I would just stand next to the wheel with
holding
my map.
his beautiful.
I actually at one point got a little bored of what was going on, so I went downstairs and got super drunk off of grog, which is available to you at any point, and then just started puking over my map at people to really
sort of setting a map trap. Like, did you see this? Whoops, gotcha.
Yeah, gotcha.
So we found an island and had to follow this sort of puzzle that said something to find on the island, and then walk a certain number of paces. What's really cool is, I don't think this came through in the gameplay video, but it says like walk 8 paces south from this marked grave. And while you're holding your compass up and seeing that you're walking south, it actually measures your paces one step at a time.
Hold the right trigger,
yeah, something like that. So like, it actually has like, I don't know, I really like that mechanic of like actually solving puzzles, and how there's like systems in the game to measure that stuff
and
out.
it really gives you a lot of flexibility with, like, for instance, a bunch of people jumped off the ship to get to the island and swim there, and I saw it was taking forever for them to swim there. So I actually raised the anchor myself and piloted the boat back over so I wouldn't have as long of a swim.
Now, piloted is a generous term because you did destroy the boat on the rocks by not dropping the anchor.
I didn't realize. And
we found the treasure and brought it back to our ship, which was just like a smoking pile of rubble, and we were like, oh,
yeah, no. that didn't go great. But it gives you the flexibility to do that. The core loop is really cool and really fun. But the question that I was left with, and I know you were too, is what happens next? After I get the treasure and bring it back to my ship, where does it go from there?
Right.
How is it structured? Because the thing is, a lot of the stuff we were doing was very griefy, and that was funny because I was making it harder for us to succeed. The issue, though, is if you care too much about whether or not you succeed or fail, that stuff is not going to be funny.
If we're doing like the end of a raid in Destiny and somebody starts like jerking around, that's not hysterical, that's infuriating.
But if you don't care, then why am I playing it in the first place? So I think that's going to be a really tricky balance to
I think so too, but I just like, I think this game demos really well, and I think it's going to succeed because of that. Like, you pick this thing up and you have 3 people, even with 3 strangers. I played with 3 strangers last year, and it was still like really funny how much like interaction is baked into the game, and just how much dumb stuff you can do.
It's going to stream really well.
It's going to stream extremely well, yeah. So like, I'm really excited for the game, and I can see like so many systems that they could pull off where you get the treasure back and you can upgrade your your gun, or the carrying capacity of the ship, or all of that stuff. Like, I think there's a lot of stuff they can do. The question is like, can they stick the landing on that like balance that you were talking about? Another thing is like, the combat's not that great. I mean, basically all it is now is just hitting a skeleton with a sword or shooting it with a gun, and then it explodes. And
it feels very clunky.
It feels clunky, yeah, sure. The question is like, can they fix that? Is that something that they can improve? I don't know. Maybe that's something they can make a little bit more sophisticated by adding like upgrades. And
it wasn't a huge part of the game, though.
It's not. It really wasn't.
It's like, it was just another thing you have to kind of manage, but it didn't feel great.
Well, I was carrying a treasure chest, and I was kind of counting on you all to like hit these skeletons with your swords and shoot them with guns, just so I didn't get murdered.
How did that go?
It went bad because the ship was destroyed because of your malfeasance.
Again, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more though. And
yeah, I think it's going to be really, really, really fun. Yeah.
I still have a lot of questions that I'd like to see them answer. Do we know when it's coming out?
I don't know, but I've got a lot of stuff going on right now.
Okay, so we'll just wait.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, wait, and it'll be here. That's my favorite way of doing it. Is like, whoa, it's here, and then it's here, and I'm playing it. So it'll be here, and
actually, it's here now.
All right.
You just get that.
This is the best birthday ever.
I'll just edit it in later.